welcome to another disc course preview. This course is pretty interesting. It's a very old course that has been revamped. If you've ever been to the Denver area and you wanted to go get a disc golf shop, another round gets a lot of hype, and it's a great store. But there's also another stop called 9908. 9908 is run by Mark, and that is his PDGA number. He has been around the scene forever and has been a huge part of the disc golf scene here in Colorado. He's an awesome guy. He's one of the nicest guys you'll ever meet. He has a great shop with a ton of selection. And if you go in, he will talk your ear off about the history of disc golf. And he has so much memorabilia and interesting discs and everything. You can see the discs with Ed Hedrick's ashes in it, anything, stuff like that. And just a great guy in the community and a great shop. And this course was recently kind of renovated, got some new baskets, cleaned up a little bit, some new signage, and it was in memorial of his mom, Virginia Lee Crosby. And this is the Virginia Lee Crosby Memorial Disc Golf Course now. We're here at the Jefferson County, Colorado Courthouse building. And you can see this was like, I think it was originally an object course. And then for a while, someone built these homemade tire things for a little while. Yeah, so it's only 9 holes, but it's got kind of a decent mix of holes, a little bit of elevation, some trees as we go around the courthouse. So I just got like kind of a random bag here with just a handful of discs. We're gonna be out here and we're gonna see what happens, make it happen, and I'll show you this. I'm excited to try this new course. I've never played it, so let's get out there. Let's throw some discs. All right, hole 1, par 3, 283. Looks like we got some OB left. Looks like the sidewalk goes down there, and then there is another. I can't see the pin yet, so I'm not sure where it's at. I don't know if you can see it from the tee pad, but what a vista we got. That is Golden, Colorado, right down below us. I am going to go and have a delicious beer after I finish throwing this with you guys. Let's see if we can see it. I have no idea where this thing is. All right, it's hard to see, but I think it is down. There's a flag that is kind of down behind this pin, down on the hill a little bit. So we're gonna go to the Castplast Nord here, a little overstable mid. Gonna kind of throw it toward Golden, let it run right by the basket. That's the plan. Loosen up. All right. Oh, I'm in a pine tree. Okay, that thing is pretty stable. All right. All right. All right, we'll go 2 off the first. This is a Mint Profit. I think this is actually what I'm going to be putting with, but I also kind of want to see how it throws with this. It felt like a Nomad, and I thought they were pretty similar to the Nomad. It might be a little shallower, which I might actually like more for putting. We'll see. We'll see how it flies. Oh, got some nice stability. Oh, that was solid. Okay, let's go down there, see how we did. All right, so, it's closer than I thought. So, interestingly, the Nord, I believe, is in this pine tree, I think. Oh, it is in here. I am directly in the pine tree with the Nord. So, I'm gonna stick my foot approximately under it. Got a little bit of a straddle. Ugh. Let's go. All right, so the Nord was good, and then you can see the Profit actually went kind of deep down here. That hill drops off way quicker than I thought, but let's try a putt with the Profit. Oh, thought I got that. Okay, first feel of the Prophet putting. Doesn't feel too bad. That shallower depth makes it launch off, so that might be a good thing. All right, we'll take the Nord birdie, and I even putted it with a story putter. So, all right, then I gotta figure out where to go next. All right, hole 2, par 3, 286. I think the old hole 2, I passed over it. It was over up on the sidewalk up there because there was an old 2 drawn in. And then we got a couple guys looking for discs. I think they're waving me on. Man, it's hard to get behind this tee pad, so you're gonna have to get a slightly widened side view here. Yeah, they appear to have lost a disc, so yeah, guess I'm good to go. All right, coming in. All right, I'm gonna go with the mint lobster I got at Foxtail. Oh, it's so flippy. Oh no, I put that on a lot of Hyzer. It still just kept drifting. I mean, I like that style of disc, but I kind of expected a little bit of late stability. That needed to put you on a much, much higher angle. But we'll see what we got. All right, we went a little long here. Long and right. These are so glidey and so flippy. They're really fun to throw, but man, that sucker just went. And I'm guessing this might be OB. UDisc doesn't say it. And I forgot to look at if the T sign actually said it or not. But we'll just play it straight up for now, since this is a blind playthrough. Oh, shoot. Whoa. That was a bad decision to run it. So I might be getting a bogey regardless. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, Pescadios. Oh no, this is bad. That was that was a bad run. Oh boy. That was a bad run. All right. Can we save it? Nope. Dang. Dang. Started with a birdie. Right into a bogey. Quite unfortunate. Hole 3 is a par 3. 347. He just says 356. It's kind of down there to the right. I can't quite see it from here, but you basically got to get out this gap and swing back to the right. Man, I don't know. Don't know if I have this forehand distance or a disc to even throw that forehand. But I might have the disc to do it with a backhand. Actually, I got probably the best chance to do it with both. All right, we will try forehand first. I have a Nordic Phenom in here, a little S line. I think if I can get a nice little chop forehand, might be able to push it. There's enough downhill where I might actually be able to get there. My forehand distance has been pretty decent lately. We'll see. Oh, I did not get over on it. Gosh darn it. And then we have a Gravity Saint. I've been wanting to try this thing. It is, oh my gosh, it feels so light. It is 125 grams, and it's a Saint. Holy crap, I don't know how to throw this. I love the Saints. Oh boy. I'm thinking pretty hard Hyzer and see if it comes all the way over. I have a feeling it's going to be pretty flippy. I could be wrong, though. It might actually have some integrity, but we'll find out. Oh, gosh. That is not... Oh, it's so light. It came out of my hand so late. It's so light. Holy crap. Oh, man. No. Right, let's try that with a normal disc. Here's my Proton Crave. We'll just do this on like a very slight ante. Oh, I think that was going to turn later and be pretty good. Oh, all right. The PD was not great. I just didn't get any flex on it, which is unfortunate. This lie. Oh boy. Oh man. I'm gonna have to do some sort of ante. I guess I could do like a chop forehand. Oh man, this is rough. All right, I have to do a little bit of ante here with the profit. Oh, looked half decent. I couldn't even see it from where I was. Okay, couldn't even see the finish on it. The Crave would have been okay. Oh man, it went deep. Wow. Crave was actually better. If I hadn't hit that branch, I think it would have been pretty good. Oh man. Oh, there's a path over here. Wow, I could not see that from behind the bush. It panned out and went way deep. Thought the angle was pretty good out of my hand. Let's go. I think it feels pretty good, man. The guy offered to sell me a whole stack of them at this course, so I really was debating on trying changing my putters, but I've had so many issues with my putting, and these feel so good. And just like I said, just a tiny bit thinner, I think shallower than a Nomad. So I feel like I get a little bit easier of a pop on them, which I think could help me, could ease up some strain on the arm a little bit, and maybe help the consistency a little bit. I don't know. We'll see. All right, hole 4, par 3, 412. This is the longest hole on the course. Got kind of out there on the hillside, straight out. All right, what do I have for 412 in this bag? What did I bring? All right, I'm gonna try another test shot with that. This is gravity seat. Oh, I threw a great disc for this. There's a racer. This is a Star Racer. I've been playing around with these. They kind of bomb. They're kind of flippy, but not that. Like I have a G-Star one that's pretty flippy, but these Star ones have been really reliable so far. Just recording. Yeah, not too bad.
I bring on a tripod too.
Yeah.
I got a wooden one for a telescope. What are you playing for?
Nobody.
Nobody? Are you
Just,
not sponsored?
No, just for myself. All right, we're gonna try this gravity thing again. It's so light that like it's hard to release, because if I just throw my arm normal, it comes out so late, and it's so flippy. So it's funny because I saw a thing with Eagle trying to throw a flippy slow disc, and he was like complaining that he can't get it slow enough. He has to throw it like 20% power, and it's hard to do that. That's what it feels like with this. I'm just going to try to throw it on steep hyzer with a very smooth, simple throw, and just see how much distance we get with it. I'm going to put like no power into this. Oh my gosh, it's still I don't know how to power down that much. All right, it's gonna take some effort to figure that thing out. It's okay. His drive with the racer wasn't bad. It's funny. This guy, what was your name again? Bryant. Let me try his Yukon drivers, and I smashed both of them even closer. It was kind of interesting. I didn't quite get the. Oh, and I'm completely cut off with this bush. This sucks. All right, see if I can get a little Hyzer put over here. Oh, come on. Whew. All right, that was fun. All right, hole 5, par 3, 302. We got OB is the road pretty much. So, and if you wanted up the challenge, you could probably just make it the sidewalk. Shouldn't really come into play for us. What do I throw here? What else do I got in this bag that's interesting? Ooh, I could go Spike Hyzer with a Wrath. This is an Axiom Wrath. Kind of pretty. These remind me a lot of like a Sexton Firebird. They're pretty flat, but they're like overstable but pushy. And like they're supposed to be in between a Fireball and a Tesla, but they're almost the same as the Teslas in the most cases. This was a new run, and a lot of the new weight stamped Neutron ones have been like a little bit straighter. This one though I found is still pretty beefy. Like I said, this thing is pretty much a Sexton Firebird. So we'll just go big Spike Hyzer. See how accurate we can get with our Hyzer here. Pretty accurate. I mean, there's a reason why the Spike Hyzers a lot. They are very, very accurate. And that was fun. I actually just made a new subscriber and helped him out a little bit with some form tips. So that was kind of cool. And he let me try those Yukon drivers. Holy crap, those things like, I didn't really want to mess with a lot of the Chinese stuff, but I might snag some at some point and preview them. But what I was gonna say, like I have a pretty good way of doing Hyzers too. I can't remember who I got the idea from, but it was essentially keeping your arm on the Hyzer plane the entire time. So I like to modify and put my reach back and the disc on the same Hyzer plane the entire time because it makes it so much easier to aim because I can picture that Hyzer plane the whole way, and it just seems to work really good for me. And then you can kind of modify it a little bit, like a little more overstable disc it'll start on that Hyzer plane, but then it'll kind of curve down harder, so it'll finish a little harder. And understable will stay on that Hyzer plane, and if it doesn't flip over, will kind of glide out. And then you find something that's kind of like the perfect stability for the angle of the Hyzer plane that you're going on. It just kind of stays on that plane the whole time. And like I said, for me, it makes it really easy to aim and envision it. And what I'm talking about is about keeping it on the Hyzer plane. So when I go up to get my reach back, if I'm throwing on this angle, I'm putting my reach on this same angle the entire time to keep that disc on that line the entire time. And honestly, I think that's really close to what a proper throw is. I feel like I get really good power on my Hyzers now because my elbow kind of stays in the right position. And I'm trying to get myself to do that more often on flat. But for whatever reason, the less Hyzer angle I have, the more my elbow wants to dip. And I've been kind of struggling with that. That's what I'm going to work off this off season. It's supposed to snow a lot over the next couple weeks, and I'm going to probably take a break from throwing and putting and everything. I haven't putted for a couple weeks to save my arm a little bit. So, all right. Hole 6, we got 248. Uphill, though. So this actually might be really good for the Lobster. I could probably get a putter there. But throwing uphill 248 at this steep of a hill this feels like it probably plays a lot further, and it would play a lot further for the hyzer angle, because you got to think your hyzer's coming into the hill so much earlier than it would be if it's hitting the ground. So you're losing like a ton of distance, like on a hyzer angle. And even just like a flat straight flight, there's not room to push at the end of the flight. So you're losing a ton of distance. So that's why a lot of these uphill baskets play so much longer. And there's a couple ways you can do it. You can kind of disc down, go slower, and try to push a slower disc, which I might actually try to get this, because they don't need a whole lot of airspace. They're just going to kind of slow glide upward, and they're going to fly upward a little bit better. Or you can go a little bit disc up and a little flippier and get it to Hyzerflip up the road here. There's still a chance that this could turn over, but we'll get a Hyzerflip straight up. I actually wouldn't even mind if it turned a little bit and matched the hill, because we probably have less of a chance of a rollaway. But we're going with this Lobster again. And see, we get nice flip and straight up. Since we're going on such a high angle, it's less likely to flip over like it did earlier when I was kind of throwing a fly. Oh wow, we did not even get the Lobster there. Ooh. And this is like matted down, so you get a good amount of slide too. So we could have pushed it quite a bit harder. It definitely plays a lot longer. I was a little scared to push that super hard. I thought I got it pretty good, but could have given it more juice. Nope. Oh, dang it. All right. 7, par 3, 236. Kind of go just up over this knoll. You can see the flag there, and it kind of drops down into a little bit of a depression. So we gotta glide it in there nice and softly, and I have the perfect disc for that. All right, got a pretty good slow disc for this. This is an ion in a premium proton plastic, which is kind of nice to have a premium ion. The only other one I had was a R2. This one feels pretty good, this proton. Very straight. Not great. I probably also could have forehanded that in with an Entropy. Honestly, the way this is bowled, this probably is a forehand play. The plasma Entropy. This is kind of my backup Entropy I bought for my super beefy random lab second one. Ooh, get left. Oh, all right, that should be decent. All right, this is a pretty steep hill. This is like, neither one of these is great. The forehand, unfortunately, just caught the tree. Also, it would have been pretty good. And personally, I would rather putt the uphill than this downhill. This downhill is like super scary. But I'll give him a go. But the nice thing with straddle is I can get really low, so I can keep the downhill height to a minimum. Oh, it's so scary to give it any more like juice, because if you miss metal at all, it's just gonna keep floating by. But ironically, even though I pulled that to the right a little bit, that's almost the play, because you almost want to just slide in off the sidewalk. But like I said, this forehand is way better. Had I not clipped the tree, it would have been pretty comfortable putt. But even this, even hitting this tree is fairly comfortable putt. But I still missed. Boo. You just gotta be careful of that. Wait. 283. Only OB is over the sidewalk. Kind of just straight out there though. Although I think they could make that those rockeries OB as well. Probably should, just because I don't think you'd really want to, safety's sake, not be in those. What do I got? I got that overstable mid. I got the ion. What haven't I thrown yet? Oh man, it might be a little hard to get this distance, but this is a parachute, which is essentially the streamline glitch. And so no overmold glitch, and this is soft proton. So it's a little bit more stable. This flies almost like a spore, if you've ever thrown a spore, and a tiny bit more stable than I think most glitches I've thrown. We still have to get a good Hyzerflip for this distance, but it should finish softly. We got like a lot of airspace. So these kind of glidey shots are kind of fun with a slow disc like this. And we just kind of slow glide it. Oh, deep. See, there's so much glide in them. And it did drift a little bit. I don't know. I expected that to kind of actually hyzer a little bit at the end. Every time I've thrown it previously, it did. But that one just sort of kept going. It kind of stabled up, like it was drifting and it stabled up. But I don't know. I wish I had a glitch to throw against it to see. But that was kind of fun. Man, you got to be careful sometimes with airspace with these putters because they will just kind of keep going if there's no ground to hit. So, no favors. But we got it framed up nicely with the courthouse. Man, when they built this thing, I think there was a lot of controversy because it would seem like a big waste of money because they call it the Taj Mahal because it was so huge, and I don't think it's very fully occupied. Jeff County is pretty big, but it's not like the most populous county ever to need this big of a facility. It is pretty though. All right, see if we can knock down a putt. Oh gosh, this is like, I don't know if this was edge of circle or not. Like I might have been able to step this, but I'm just a little better if I can kind of step it with the straddle when it gets to that kind of edge of circle distance. Definitely the type of putt where if I was in a tournament and my disc was sitting on the line, I would not mark it and take the stepper from outside of the circle. Line, par 3, 232. Just kind of straight in there, but we got a cool little thing. Like I said, I think they should probably make the rocks like hazard so you don't try to play out of them for challenge and safety sake. And this is kind of cool. You can also make like double Mando ace runs with this. Oh, what do we got? I think we're gonna have to throw that ion at it. Maybe the parachute, but we'll go back to this ion. Try to throw it. See if we can't lace a straight line. It says it has 1.5 fade. I don't know about that, but see, it does feel pretty straight here. So see if we can just ace run it right straight through the trees here. Oh, get a little tiny bit stable. Oh man, where's that 1.5 fade? Man, that thing is straight. Just pulled it offline just a little bit. All right, let's try the parachute for fun. Come on, fade just a little bit. Everything's so straight. It slows down. It looks like it's about to start fading, and then it just doesn't. All right, prop it maybe. Come on, we gotta get through the middle at least on one of these. There we go. Oh, and that one fades too much. Wow. Okay, I needed that line with the ion or the parachute. And I would have got it. Maybe. I don't know. My aim's been pretty good lately. I did a mid review and like I hit basket twice. I did a putter review, I aced. And so my aim has been pretty good at these straight shots. So interesting. I'm curious how I'm going to do a lot of form work. Like I said, I got to get rid of the elbow dip, and my brace still is not that great. So it would be interesting to see what it does to my accuracy if I like have to relearn how to aim or not, or if I just kind of naturally transition into it. I don't know. It'll be curious to see. It'll be fun next over the winter, and as it warms up, it'll be a good challenge, but I think it'll be worth it in the long run because I'm kind of maxed out on my distance, and I feel like I'm also overworking my body a little bit. So if I can get that elbow up, the timing better, brace better, and the consistency a little bit better, I think it'll be just better overall for me. My knee has been really sore because I don't think I'm fully bracing properly, and I think I'm just putting too much stress on the knee. Ooh, I had to throw that through a little flat hole. All right, place better it is to end the round. Not bad. All right, that was a fun round. This is a cool little course. It's good to know it's here. Okay, I just totally recorded a whole outro without actually recording. So there's the 9 holes here at the Jefferson County Courthouse. Shout out again to Mark at 9908. He has a great shop. If you're ever in the Denver area and need some discs or want to see some disc golf history, or just talk to a really awesome guy about disc golf, go ahead into 9908. He's a great dude. I'm not sponsored. He's just awesome to talk to and see the disc golf history. And shout out to him for rest in peace, Virginia Lee Crosby. It was awesome to have this memorial dedicated to her, to redo this course and have a little piece of history out here for a long time for his mom. So yeah, it's actually a pretty cool little course, and I know it's actually been here for a long time. I've driven by many times and I've seen the tires, and I was always, I need to go out there and just mess around there, and I never did. But now it's like legit tee pads and baskets and everything. So this is and it's like a good challenging course. I mean, it's not open Denver style, but there's some good shot shapes, there's challenging greens, there's good amount of length, there's some shorts, uphill, downhill, side hill, some long baskets, some cool obstacles. Yeah, this is a pretty solid little 9 hole. And with the sidewalks surrounding it, you could probably make a safari course. Really cool too. You could do a full 18 out here. Really easy, I think. Obviously too much traffic, but it would get you getting out of everybody's way, but you could do some fun stuff out here. So anyway, I will see you in the next one. Peace.